rise of industry. Oh no, I've completely lost my mind. I think I'm just going to back away and start again. Oh no, I'm good. So, this is an early access game, available on Steam. And it's in the same vein as all the other Tycoon games. But it seems more updated. So, I'm looking forward to playing through this. So, without further ado, let us start. So, first things first, I played this about an hour just to get a feel of it. And our goal for today will be simply to have fun. My brain is really not working today. I've just got in from work and I'm just trying to stream and it's just nothing is coming out. The words are there, they're just not flowing into my mouth. Right, so options. Road orientation. All the good countries drive on the left, right? Or is it right? Who knows? We'll set our town name generator to England. Map size, we'll leave that at medium. Town industries, let's leave that off for the time being. We're just having an initial playthrough. This is an alpha release, so there is obviously a lot more features that will be unlocked before go live. And I really just want to get a feel for the game, see if it's for me and for others. So, Two Rivers sounds good. We'll set the difficulty down to newcomer. Okay, and what that does is that reduces the... Does it reduce the... Oh, increases the starting loan. So if I go up to experience, I get 10 million. And newcomer get 15 million. Settlement demand. That gives us a 200% demand for all our goods. Product pricing is 125% above average. Resource availability is 125%. Event difficulty is very helpful. I like that one. Upkeep, 50% of usual costs. Sounds good to me. Dispatch cost 50%. So very, very easy. And as I said, when the game's released, and as long as I like it, I will go through and do it on experienced or harder difficulties. Just for this playthrough, we'll leave it as it is. So we'll hit play, and if a nice little disclaimer in the bottom left hand corner saying this game is currently in the alpha phase and is not complete. Features, gameplay and more is being tweaked and is subject to change, which is great. It's just reaffirming the fact that it is alpha. It does have bugs, like all things. So, yeah, not much we can do about that. Right, let's wait for this to load. Ah, here we go. Right, so let's expand that out. You can see we've got quite a big map. Lots of different little towns and cities in it, and lots of resources. So, what we'll do is we'll click on each town and see what they give us. So, Denonwy is a heavy industrial town. Has a population of 23,000. Has a hardware store and a farmer's market. These are the defaults for every town. Every town has a hardware store and a farmer's market. It's got a wholesaler, and I'm not sure what this planned production actually does. I don't know if this is something that comes later in the game. I'm not sure. But this tile is quite important. It gives us the resources within the region. Now, if we zoom out again, you'll see these little coloured lines. These are the region borders. So, Denonwy, this is its region. It goes all the way around to about here. So it's quite a big region actually. And in there we have copper, we have fish, we have gas, we have oil, we have sand, we have water, and we have wood. So it could be a good start to place that one. And we've got Elstow. If I can get the click in the right place. Again, farmer's market, hardware store. And we've got coal, fish, iron, oil, sand, water, wood. Again, another good starting place. Got nice big areas which we can put factories and everything else down in. Got plenty of woodland if we want to build a lumber area. Actually, it's quite a large area. Again, nice new one. Hastings Planning Office. Actually, from my last run through, the planning offices have nothing. They're not towns or anything else. I think they're just almost areas where you can build up your industry and then you can ship stuff in from this to your towns, etc. As long as you don't mind the transport costs. Oop, wrong button. That's the one I wanted. We've got Craydon. Again, another heavy industrial. Same shops. Fish, oil, sand, water, wood. So less resources in this one. Reasonably large area. This goes all the way around there. So, Eddington. Copper, fish, gas, oil, sand, water, lumber. That's quite a good one. Get a smaller area though, and a lot of water on there. But lots of open space to build stuff on. And Dorking. Rural, because it's a bigger area, it has an extra shop. In this case it's the liquor store. So we could get making liquor. Oh, that could be quite a good one. Well, we got fish, sand, water, wood. Not much. What's the land like? Biggish area. Got plenty of space around here and up here, which we could build farms and such like. Dorking could be a good place to start, just for basic industry. So let us drop our headquarters. And if I press the R to rotate rather than just randomly mashing the keyboard, that might be an option for me. Right, there we go. Get the green in the right place. Okay, so we've now unlocked the ability to build in Dorking. So that's cool. Let's have a look at the different shops. So if I can find them. Right, wholesaler, we don't need it. Liquor store. So they want wine, brandy, hard cider, beer and vodka. Okay, and where do we produce those? Brewery and distillery for the wine. And we need to grow grapes. Brewery and distillery requires wine and bottles. And then, so hold it. We don't need bottles for the wine, but we do need bottles for the brandy. So is everyone just going to walk around with wine in their hands or something? Seems a bit backwards. Hard cider. You need brewery and distillery, apples and sugar. And for beer, brewery, distillery, you need wooden barrels, hops and yeast. And vodka, we need brewery and distillery, potato, yeast and wooden barrels. Okay, that's a good start. Right, so we'll leave the liquor store for the time being. Let's have a look at the hardware store. So we've got wood. Again, relatively simple. These are all raw materials ones. So the hardware store and the farmer's market, they just basically accept raw materials for the most part. So good starting ones means you can sell your stuff once you start your industry. So they need wool, and they need glass, and they need sand, coal, such like. So all good. And the farmer's market, just this one here. Apples, wheat, grapes, sugar. Is that coca? Yeah, it is coca. Chicken meat, berries, and mutton. So what could we do first? Right, let's keep things nice and simple. So I know that mutton's going to give me $14,633 for every 13 I provide every 15 days. And I know in the hardware store, wool is going to give me $17,294. And again, same thing. And if we look for wool, we need a livestock farm, which requires water and wheat. So what am I going to need? Well, I'm going to need water, I'm going to need a livestock farm, and I'm going to need a wheat farm. So if we look under gatherers, and we can find that we've got all these different ones: coal mine, copper mine, gas pump, iron mine, lumberyard, oil drill, sand collector, and the one we actually want, which is the water siphon. So I think that'll be the first one I'll drop down. Just rotate this in place. Cool, and now we've got to put these little guys down. These are the extractor thingies. Yeah, my descriptions are not perfect, but thingy, everyone will get the idea of what I'm talking about. So 1, 2, and can I put another thingy down? Yep, I can put one there. Okay, so I now have 3 water siphons. Now what I'll need to do is connect these up by road, and as you can see, my choice of roads is limited. I have dirt road or dirt road. Oh no, I can put track down. I don't think I have trains or anything yet, so maybe I won't put track down just yet. So we'll just connect these up, making sure to cover the corners, otherwise they don't link. And then we'll take a route down to here and connect into our water siphon. Okay, so when I unpause the game, because it is currently paused, that will start producing water and store it there. And if we have a look at the water siphon, it says the harvesting time is 10 days. That's great. We can store up to 99 units in here. So let's just get it started. Let's get some water produced. Right, farms. Okay, so livestock farm and crop farm. They're both locked. It's almost like I need to research them. Oh, look, a handy tech tree. And what's best is we get three unlocks. Try saying that if you've got someone else's teeth in. So, what do I need? I know I need wheat, so we'll unlock that one. And under livestock, I know we need sheep, so that's unlocked as well. Now, from the tech tree, once you've done your initial unlocks, you can research the different unlocks and different bonuses and such like. And you do that by investing X amount of cash into your R&D. So at the moment, we've got it set to 100,000. So once we've finished our final unlock, if we were to click on any of the other things and queue them up, it will cost us 100,000 every month. I'm going to leave it as it is at the moment. I've still got my one free unlock. And the reason being is I'm not sure what my industries are going to be to start off with. I know I'm going to be storing water, and I know that water needs to go to the fields. So we've now got our crop farm. So let us drop the crop farm down. I'm going to put this over to the side a bit, I think, because I'm thinking what I want to do is put my livestock farm over to the right and then have it go down to there, to the town. So I want to give enough space for the fields. Alright, so we'll drop our first field there. I didn't really want to drop that field there. Can I undo that? Let's see if I can demolish it. I can. Go back in here, and if we go to the overview tab, there's an option to add fields, which is good in case you've got fat fingers like me. Great, so that is my crop farm done. Now, a crop farm requires, for production, water. So I'm going to need to connect our water siphon into the crop farm. So I'll just reuse my horrible dirt road again. Try and get that relatively straight. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do, now there is warehouses in this, and when I've set warehouses, oh wait, I just realised the road hasn't actually connected. Done. When I've set warehouses up in the past, the warehouses in automatic mode everything will be delivered to the warehouses, and then it will redistribute it to whichever site needs it, which is perfect. Except it's a bit slow. So everything goes to the warehouse first, and then comes out to the things. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it manual. I haven't put a warehouse down for that specific reason. So I'm going to choose a destination. We're going to choose our crop farm, and we'll leave it at 3 trucks per day. So that should be enough. Okay, so what should now happen is, as you can see, if we zoom in, and I have to say I love these graphics, they're really bright and cheery. You can see all these water bottles being delivered to my farm, which is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And then once that's stored in here, it will start producing our crops, which again, this was exactly what we're after. So meanwhile, we will get our livestock farm put down. Okay, so same deal. If I could get this rotation right. We'll put you about here, roughly, and then we'll put our first. What do you call an enclosure for sheep? Pen? I don't know. I'll have to look that up. We'll put them down. So we'll see from our livestock farm we need 3 wheat and 1 water. So water siphon, we'll add our destination, and we'll have our livestock farm, and that will start delivering water to the livestock farm. And what we'll also do is we'll add a destination here for a livestock farm as well for the wheat. Perfect. Now it's just a case of waiting. Well, actually it's a case of connecting the livestock farm up to the road. Dull. That was a bit annoying. It could have been embarrassing actually. So once these crops are growing, as you can see they are growing here. So it'll take 25 days to produce that. That'll produce, I think it's 9 units. I think the last time I played this it was 3 units per field, which should be enough, and then it will deliver those 9 units to my livestock farm, who will do nothing with it, because I need to send it in a destination. So my options are I can build a warehouse, which is just here, and drop that around this area, and then have all of the contents be delivered to the warehouse, and from the warehouse we can then deliver it straight into the town. I might do that. Let's have a look. Now I'm not sure if the warehouse will impact the performance or the rating on the town, so I'm going to give it a try. Player influence is 25. There's no real reports to say that my warehouse is impacting it. Destinations. Okay, so incoming products. It's going to take the mutton, the wool, and any excess water. Now there's 2 signs on each one that says, oh, I don't seem to be able to get anywhere. And if I click on the alerts down the bottom right hand corner, pathing alerts, can't reach warehouse, can't reach warehouse. So we'll fix that by taking our dirt track, drop it out that way, drop this all the way to here, and then finish it off by connecting it in there. So now the pathing problem should disappear, and it has, which is perfect. So our first wheat delivery is being sent to my livestock farm. Excuse me. And the water shipment's being sent off to the warehouse. And interesting, what's happened now is it's gone to auto mode because of the warehouse. And so my water deliveries will not be getting to my farms, which is not what I'm after. So I'm going to switch the... I don't know what the automatic target does. Right, let's switch off auto, put it back on manual, and we'll just have the crop farm receive water and the livestock farm. I don't see any point in shipping water to the warehouse. No one, well, does anyone want water? Let me just check our farmer's market, if I can remember where it went. Oh, there it is. No. Wholesaler can sell me water, which is quite expensive. So I think we'll leave it on manual for the time being. But what we will do is we'll set up a destination, and it's already set up because it's set to auto, and that's fine because I wanted the mutton and the wool to go to the warehouse anyway, and then we can have it delivered from here to let's see, it'll be under farm produce, mutton, and the destination is going to be commercial. And we're in Dorking, so we'll send it to the Dorking Farmers Market. And we'll also add wool. And again, we'll send that to the Dorkin hardware store. Okay, so we have our first chain set up. So we have our water siphon producing water from these pumps here. We have our crop farm producing wheat. And the water for the crop farm is coming from there. It's a delivery route set up. And then we have our livestock farm, which is receiving water from the water siphon and also wheat from the wheat farm. And it's producing us sheep. And it takes 35 days to produce however many units of sheep. So that's great. There's not much to do apart from click this little arrow down here and speed everything up a little bit. And we'll see how long that goes before our sheep are sent over to the warehouse. Have we got anything in the warehouse? Nope, that's good. So first batch of sheep are on the way. Sorry, first batch of sheep. First batch of wool and mutton is on the way. And now the warehouse is dispatching that to the various markets. And if I click on this little thing down here, we should see that last month I made 35,728, which is awesome. So let's bring our speed back down to normal. So we're making $35,000, I guess, per term, but we're still at a loss. Actually, are we? No, we made 18,000 last month. But we do want to bring some more in, otherwise this game would be very, very dull if all I ever did was sell wool and mutton. So what else can we do? Alright, so warehouse, we've got plenty of storage. We're getting stuff to the farmer's market and hardware store. Livestock farms producing our sheep, which is good. So let's have a look what this town wants. Hardware store. They want cotton. Okay, so we could put a plantation in. They want glass. Now that could be interesting. That's a lot of money there. It's 44,000. So we'd need a glassworks, a smelter, sand and coal. Right, sand and coal. So does Dorkin have coal? No, it doesn't. It does have sand, but it doesn't have coal. So we'd have to import the coal, and I don't think we're in the right place to do that at the moment. We are now making a healthy profit of 54,000, which is good. I'm pleased with that. So what else can we make? Gas. Now, that's 3,842. That's not a great deal. Oil, again, not great. We're sending wool in already. What about the farmer's market? Can we do something simple? Could we start producing grapes with a view that we're going to produce wine? So we need a brewery and a distillery. So let's look at our R&D. Food. So we could unlock grape. That's berries. Get the right icon. There's grapes. That would be under the drinks tab. Ooh, hold it a sec. We have a tax break. What is this? A region has given you a small tax break to reward you for years of being part of the community. Apparently 1 year is years. Which means that my upkeep is reduced by 25%, which is perfect. That means even more money coming in. Right, back to the R&D. Alright, so berries, grapes, here we are. So if I unlock the grapes, that gives me the ability to produce grapes in the orchard. And then grape juice we can make at the drinks factory. So let's unlock grapes. And let's think about liquor. So, wine. So let's add wine to our R&D queue. And you can see we've got 120 days based on our current investment. So we've got 100,000. Now we can up that to like 1 million per month. And you'll see that'll drop it down to 12 days. Which is fine, but it's going to burn through my cash. So I'll put it back to 100k because I want to get the farm in place first. Right. So we go back to our farms, not factories, farms. Just click on everything randomly. Alright, so orchard is the one that produces the grapes for the wine. So I'm going to just pop it down here for the time being. Perfect. And then you in there. Have I left enough? Oh, just one too much. Alright, well, we'll pop you there and you there. Grr. Right, so we need water, so I'll connect this up to the path network. Just a little bit of OCD coming in here. Get rid of that. Perfect. And then we'll send to our grape farm our water. And make sure this is producing grapes. It is. So it needs 2 times water for that. So we're going to need more water than the others. Okay. And the view will be to produce wine. So we need a brewery and a distillery. We need a brewery for wine. So let's have a look at our factories. So what do we need? We needed a brewery. Oh, it's the same building. I thought it was a separate one. Alright, so we're going to need to wait for our research to complete. And as you can see up here, this is the progress for our wine. So now what? Wait. We should check in on how our water's doing, because that's going to be the potentially the blocking point, because we've got 3 facilities that require water now. One of them requires more water than the others. So potentially we'd need to make sure that we're not running out of water and we're actually getting enough water sent in. Now that looks like our first truckload of water is being sent to there. Excuse me. And how are we doing in a warehouse? We got any backlog? Nope, we're pretty good there. Farmers market, we're still generating cash, which is good. Now when I played through this a couple of days ago, as I said, just to get used to the interface, I did notice that the loan repayments start popping back after a certain year. But I don't know where you can actually find out where that is. So is it like, do you get 3 years of no repayments and then you have to pay it back? Will be interesting to find that out. So we've got 1 water and we need 2, which seems to make me think that we're not producing enough water. So we have 2 options. First is we build another water facility, or if we go to the auxiliary research tree and for fields and harvesters, then we've got some upgrades that we can get. So the first one is plus 50 gatherer storage. That's good. 50% additional storage gatherers could be quite useful. 2 land harvesters. Alright, so we can increase the amount of harvesters. Coastal harvesters, which is the one we'd be looking at. Or offshore harvesters, which is not what we're interested in at the moment. So we could just spend 200,000, 600,000 and wait a bit of time to upgrade our water facilities. And I think we're going to do that anyway, because I think water is going to be quite important. So we'll add those into the queue. But meanwhile, do we just wait, or do we risk building another water siphon? I mean, we could build a water siphon here and plug it in. I mean, it looks like we've got water sitting there. It will take a bit longer to get to the farms, etc., but it might be enough to support the network. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that anyway, because we're going to boost these anyway. So we'll spin you around. Don't want to be too far away from the water. Right, and let's see how many of these we can get popped down. Does help if I turn them around the right way. 1, 2. Number 3, where are you? I can see the green space. Oh, you don't seem to fit there. Boo. Why don't you fit? Damn you. Might have to do some terraforming. Oh wait. Oh, fits nicely there. What if I put it there? Okay, cool. Right, and we'll just connect these up. Okay, so we now have some additional water production, and then we'll run our path, and I'm going to plug it in a straight line into this feed here. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to set your destination primarily to be the orchard, because that seems to need more water. And what we're going to do is we're going to take your destination for the orchard and remove you. Because the orchard requires more water than the other two, makes sense, we'll just have a dedicated water siphon for it. So those guys are off to deliver the water. Okay, and hopefully we've got some grapes growing. Let's double check. We do. 30 days to make these. And actually, are you sitting in storage because I haven't delivered it? Yeah, there's 2 units sitting in storage. So if I go back to my farmer's market, how much will I make? I will make 8,817. Which is good. However, it's not the 86,873 that we could get for wine. Wow, that's expensive wine. So I think we'll hold off. We'll wait for our wine research to be done, and then we'll build a brewery and distillery, and we'll have our wine delivered, or we'll have our grapes delivered to that, and we'll have that delivered to the liquor store, and then we'll make some more money, which will be brilliant. Okay, so let's speed it up a bit. Whoop, didn't mean to speed the map up. Okay, just to get things ticking over. Make sure that's working properly. It is indeed. Yeah, I have to say there's one thing I would like to see, like you get in most industry games, is slightly better reports. There may be reports, then I just haven't found them yet. But yeah, just so you can plan things a bit better. You can change your industries. R&D alert. Hey, we finished wine. Perfect. So let's lower our speed back down again. And we'll go to our factories. Brewery and distillery. It's a very dinky one. So I'm going to pop you here. Okay. So what do we need? Apparently, just 5 sets of grapes. That's it. No water or anything. I have a very, very unique way of making wine. Well, who am I to argue? We'll set that to our brewery and distillery. And then we'll set our destination. I'm going to switch auto off. Actually, I'll leave auto on because it's going to just deliver our wine to the warehouse. And from there we can deliver that to the liquor store. So our grapes will come along and we'll get lots of wine being produced. And we'll get that sold. Let's just close that down and close that down. The screen's getting a bit cluttered at the moment. Right, well that seems like a nice easy win. Okay. So what does that give us? Right, so 5 grapes, 35 days of production, gives me 2 units of wine. That's good. So how many units of wine do we need at the liquor store? Now that says 4 per 15 days. So if we're producing 2 every 35 days, it's not going to really meet demand, is it? I suppose it's all dependent on how many grapes we've got. Again, it's 30 days for that. I wonder if there's a way of actually... Let me just have a look at the R&D tree and see if there's a way of actually speeding things up. So, if we go into liquor, produce wine, and then we can produce brandy, but we know brandy requires a lot more. Doesn't seem to be much that you can do with these once they're done. You can't boost any... So fields and harvesters we can boost. Logistics, we can unlock better roads. Basic distribution, what does that give us? It gives us a warehouse, additional destination slots, a truck depot. More destination slots. Okay. Strange. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. Advanced distribution gives us trains. Choo-choo. A boat depot? That could be cool. Oh, that sounds awesome. A Zeppelin field. Ooh, hold it. Transporting alcohol on a Zeppelin. Does no one remember the Hindenburg? Oh well. Alright, so it doesn't seem to be much that you can do. Excuse me. Doesn't seem to be much you can do to boost the research apart from building more of the factories, which we might do. We'd need to probably increase the amount of orchards we've got, or we could increase the amount of grapes being produced, which seems more efficient. So go back to R&D, go back to our fields and harvesters, and there is an option to increase farm storage, so we'll add that one into the queue, and then we can add additional 2 orchard fields. Now that sounds cool. We'll add that one in. And if that gives us 5 fields, and as long as the water's being delivered. But there is one thing I really want to do, and that is unlock urban roads. Because these dirt roads are just, as you can see, everything's moving so slowly on them. And I'd rather invest the money in building decent roads and hopefully speed things up. So as you can see, we've got lots of grapes coming into our brewery and distillery, and we have nothing stored. Where's our wine not produced? Have we not produced any wine yet? No, that's why there's no wine stored, because we haven't produced any. Okay, let's accelerate time once more. Move faster, people, move faster. Ooh, we got plus 50 gatherer storage. Perfect again. So it means our storage now is 148. Not that we ever get the opportunity to store any. And we're just doing our coastal harvesters, which means we'll increase the amount of water, which will be good. We are losing a fair chunk of cash. Why are we losing so much cash? Let's have a look. Just seems to be R&D. It's fair enough. Alright, we have produced 2 whole units of wine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up a bit of a store of wine for the time being, and then sell it. So if it's 4 units every 15 days, I'm going to need 8 units to do a month, and then hopefully take it from there. Doesn't seem right, but I am but a novice and an incompetent gamer. How are we doing with the water siphons? They're all fine. And the water's being delivered. Perfect again. We've got plenty of water going in there. Wonder if we should... We'll wait for the additional fields before I start building another... what are these? Plantations? Orchards. We've got plenty of water in the... Yeah, we've got tons of water in the livestock farm. And tons of water in the crop farm. So, yeah, maybe we didn't need as much water as I thought we did. We're still building that up. Let's have a look at our warehouse and see what's in stock. 6 units of wine. And just wait for the other 2 to come in. And then I'll set destination for... tier 1, is it? Grape juice? Nope. It's kind of grape juice. Just, you know, adult grape juice. Vino. Vino de Blanc. And we'll set the destination to be the only place that will sell it, the liquor store. Alright, let's see if that makes us lots of money. I never thought it was a good idea having a hardware store right next to a liquor store. What could possibly go wrong with that? Drunken DIY. Okay. So, great. We're fully supplied. Well, for at least the next 30 days. Price is going up as well. Is this making us rich? Should do. But it's not. Why is it not? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong month. I haven't actually had the income in yet. Dull. Let's slow down a bit. Alright, so one thing I didn't notice, because I was too busy blethering, is that we can now build additional siphons, which gives us more water. Which, considering I've got so much water stored in all of my venues, I don't see a great deal of point to it. So we'll hold off for the time being. Okay, so we're just coming up to finishing off our plus 50 farm storage, which is also good. Let's see how Dawkins doing. So our player influence is currently sitting at 79.5, which when we started was 25, so that's good. And still got the same resources. Town prosperity is still stagnating. So if we can, from what I've read on the Rise of Industry Discord, if you provide fully supply a particular thing, it will improve the prosperity. And I do think they were actually changing it so that a partially supplied will also help boost the town's prosperity. I'm not sure if they've implemented that yet or it's on the list of things to do. As I said at the start of this stream, this is an alpha, so you can expect things to change between this and the live game. So, yeah, we may be implementing that. Who knows? Alright, we produced 52 units of grapes and our brewery and distillery. You have a bit of a backlog actually. So let us build a second one. Because who doesn't like wine? Okay, and we'll make sure that our second destination is set up. So, factories, distillery number 2. And they will send grapes over. We've got a backlog of grapes. I don't think we have actually. So they should split them between the two. I do need more orchard fields, so I'm just going to speed the game up for a bit. Zip, 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 zip. Just realised I haven't got my Twitch chat open. Oh, I'm a terrible host. Please forgive me. Cool. Alright. Back to where we were. Perfect again. I keep on saying perfect a lot. I have no idea why I'm saying perfect. It's not a word I actually use that often. Alright, any grapes coming? Oh, there's 5 grapes, so we're actually starting to produce... Oh no, sorry. Reading the wrong one. 5 needs to be up there, not there. So once the grapes get delivered to there as well, Again, it would be nice to get some way of... Well, I suppose there is a way I can actually prioritise one over the other. But I would like a kind of, I don't know, balancing system that it would just like round robin between the two to try and keep things even. Or you could set a priority to say... Maybe it is doing it round robin. Oh, I don't know. I'm just babbling now. Okay. So... Oh, we are making money though. Ooh. Old regulation lapsed. Let's have this. State has repealed an old regulation that makes your job a lot easier. Again, I now have minus 25 upkeep. Minus 25% upkeep. Well, that's quite good. So I made 243,000 units of currency last month. And my expenses were 146,000. So that's quite cool. So I am making money. Which is what we're after. Making money is good. And we're very close to finishing our orchard fields. So, I'm now going to add some additional fields in. So, 1 and 2. So I now have 5 fields. And I have, if I check my production, plenty of water. So that should increase my grape production. And the grape production will send to my distilleries, who will send to my warehouse, who will send to the liquor store, who will make me lots of cash. Meanwhile, Dorking will get drunker and drunker and drunker on the finest of wines. Okay, so that one had last month production is 2 and of a lifetime of 4. Hopefully this one's higher. Yeah, so we produce 2 units every month. And what I actually need is 8 units every month. I think that's what works out. So I've got 4 units, so I can 50% produce. I do actually have stuff stored. It's partially supplied. Alright. Let us see how we're doing with our grapes. Do we need to build another orchard? I just realised I haven't... There's this big sign on the top left that says your map name goes here. So let's call this Hoofy's... I don't know. Haven of... Hoofy's Herd of Haven. That would be a good one. Right, so that's my map name put in. Oh, I just heard something ping up. New cookbook. An all-new cookbook is on the market and it's all the rage. A specific ingredient has now become a big demand item. So the price of grapes has gone up 25%. So if I provide 13 grapes, I'll get 11,000 per 15 days. That's doable. However, if I produce 4 wine every 15 days, I'll get 86,000. I think we'll stick to wine. Not really getting a great benefit from this straight away. So, cool. Alright, what else we got? Have we got a surplus of grapes? The answer to that question is no. So we need 5 there. We are producing wine, which is good. So we are stocking it up. This one has a surplus of grapes. So that one can just tick over for a while. And what are we producing grapes-wise? Last month's projection, 10 units. So if I produce 10 units every month, and I need 5 units per distillery. Ooh. This maths could be hard. How many distilleries will I need? Look, another minus 25% upkeep. So, these produce 2 units each, so that's 4 units. I need 4 per 15 days. So I would need 8 per month. And if I produce 10 for the orchard, so that's 2 per field. So I'd need another orchard and 2 more distilleries. Couldn't remember what the word was then. Yeah, 2 more distilleries, and then we could fully supply Dawkins' alcoholic needs. Well, for wine anyway. So let's do that. Let's build ourselves another orchard. And then we'll stick it probably in the middle of this forest. I'm going to buttress it up. That's not a good idea. What if I flip it round? That'll work. And then pop you... Yep, construction alert. I'm trying to build it. 1. Oh, also save in progress. 2. 3. 4. And finally 5. Okay, cool. We'll build our road up. We'll connect that into here. Again, perfect. And the last things last. Or was it first things first? Oh, I don't know. Destination. Choose destination. Farms. Orchard number 2. Off you go. Have we got much water stored? No, we don't. So we could add a few more harvesters in. If I can figure out which way they're meant to go. So you save... Oh, hold on. It does help if I put it around the right way. You'll fit. And the other one? Where's the other one going to go? Let's put you... Flip you around. Remember, blue bit to the water. Yeah, cool. Take out dirt. Ooh, I now have urban roads. Did that just pop up? Alright, let's take out urban road. A bit more pricier, but it'll be worth it. Connect you in there. We'll upgrade those. We'll connect that into there. Pop that in there. That in there. That in there. And that in there. Great. And then we'll speed our road all the way to here. And then we'll take it all the way down to here. Wow. Long journeys on this. I'll drop you in there. And you can go into here. And you, finally, go there. And just because I may as well finish this off, we'll drop that in there. That there. Oh. Didn't let me do that for some reason. Great. And then to make it all look pretty, there to there. Great. So I should speed things up. Slow things down a bit. That didn't work. Every other game it's plus and minus to speed the game up. Not this one though. Durr. Right, so I now have an abundance of grapes. I have 10 units in storage. So what I'm going to do is build 2 more of my breweries and distilleries. This will be number 3 and numeral 4. And I'll have the second one send its stuff to brewery number 3 and brewery number 4. Okay, cool. So, how much water we got stored? 1. Right, perfect. Well, not perfect. Stop saying perfect. I am losing my mind. Not there was much of it before, but clearly it's getting worse. Right, what can we do with our headquarters? We have $4.6 million of assets. We do $100,000 in investments. Ah, hell, I knew there'd be somewhere. Starter loan. Loan amount remaining 13,625,000. Payments remaining 109. In monthly payment is 125,000 and has a 0% interest rate. Oh, wish someone would give me $15 million at 0%. But that's not the world we live in. Right, I think we should... Ooh, tax break. Ooh, this is tax break. Give us. Come on, let me know. The region has given you a small tax break to reward you for years of being part of the community. According to this, 3. Again, reduction in upkeep. Great. I was not going to turn down free money. So our distilleries are now working. They're sending off to the warehouse. The warehouse will be sending that off to our liquor store. And once that's all operational, that will be fully supplied. Now, I have no idea if that's enough to trigger things. Prosperity for the town. Yeah, that's the words I'm looking for. Words are hard today. Thinking's hard. It's all this heat we've got. Right, that's the wholesaler. We don't care about you. You sell stuff to me. Right. Go on, get the guys delivering all their stuff. There's plenty of wine coming in. Ooh, we got something. Offer, deliver 10 to Eddington. 10 mutton. I could do. Do we have a back stock? I don't think we do actually. We got no storage there. I'll try it. So let's accept this contract. What does it give us? So we need to deliver 10 mutton to Eddington. It'll give us plus 25 influence. It will give us a product price of... slow the game down before I sit there reading them. Wow, that's... We'll wait for the next one. So yeah, it seemed like a good contract. What are we doing with our livestock farm? Alright, so... I think we're going to do some research on our livestock. Fields and harvesters is the one I wanted. Right, so we can increase the amount of livestock fields by increasing the amount of crop fields. So let's add that one in, and we'll then add that one in. And once that's done, we can add some more peep fields here. We can add some more crops in there, and all will be good. Let's see how our liquor store's doing. We are now fully supplying their demands for liquor. Oh, well, for wine. Wow. Brandy's like 4.5 million if I can do 4 units of that. Problem with brandy, as you can see from this, is you require brewery and distillery. Check, got one of them. Look, here it is. You need wine. Check, got that. It's being produced here. And bottles. Oh, bottles. Right, what do we need for bottles? Oh. Right, slow the game down before reading this. Okay, so 8 mutton to Dorking. So 8 mutton, we're already delivering to Dorking. Plus 20 town influence. We'll get $71,000 for the product price, which is a 468% increase. And we'll get $568,000 for completing. I'll accept that. And we'll go to our livestock farm. We'll add a destination. I'm going to need to change this to manual. We'll send our contract to the Dorking wholesaler. And then we'll also need to send to logistics our warehouse for that. We'll just click on the icon to change the wall. And we'll send that to the warehouse as well. Okay, cool. So what we'll get now, as you can see, this little bar here has got a timer on it. So as you can see, the bar decreases. That's the amount of time you've got to deliver it. So once that's started to send out the peep, well, what's left of the peep, I should say the mutton, we'll complete the contract, and that should improve our player influence. However, the player influence is currently 100, so it's not really going to do much for us because we can't really go above 100. Or can we? Ooh, chicken soup. I wonder if planned production is that if the town grows, and I've just realised the town prosperity is growing. That's brilliant. And now it's stagnating. Offer, deliver 17 grapes to Elstow. What are we going to get for that? 17 grapes plus 43 town influence, 43,736. We do have a surplus of grapes, so let's send both of our grape producing places, and we'll click on contract, send that out, and again for you we'll send to Elstow. Great. And Craydon wants 7 mutton. I'm not going to do that. I've got 2 on the go at the moment, and that's going to be taxing my production lines as it stands. Wow, words really are difficult today. Right, so we've delivered 1 mutton so far. I'm going to add a bit of speed. I feel the need for progression in this game. How are we doing? Come on, we need more mutton. Oop, 2. Okay. So far we've delivered no grapes. Are we actually sending any grapes out? We've got plenty of water. Ooh, innovation, water. A new manufacturing process makes production easier for a specific item. Ah, so the effect of this bonus is 25% extra water production. That's great. Where are we sending this to? I didn't even bother looking at the map. We're sending it to Dorking? Right. No. Elstow. Where is Elstow? Eddington, Craydon, Hastings Planning Office, Elstow. Okay, things to remember in future. Check to see on the map where it is before sending out your grapes. That would be why it's taken so long to get there. Oops. Oh well. Now look, our breweries have run out of grapes. That's because I'm sending them to Elstow, which is miles away. Expert maintenance. Okay, what's this going to give us? Road speed plus 25, dispatch costs minus 10. Perfect. I'm not going to knock that one. So, how much in terms of crops do we actually need to increase? We've got 126 wheat sitting in our livestock farm. I don't think we're going to need any more wheat. However, we can look at the farmer's market and say, right, excess of wheat could also be sent to the farmer's market to make us some additional cash. That's not a bad idea. Is Dorking still stagnating? I wanted it to grow, become part of my small little empire. I am going to need to increase the amount of wool and mutton, because clearly I'm only producing 1 unit of each. And And that's what it says. I'm glad I've figured out how to read these flowcharts now. I was feeling really dense when I first played through this because I couldn't figure out how much it would produce. Offer deliver 16 to Dorking. No. Did I complete that? Oh, gameplay alert. This could be it. Contract successfully completed for both of them. Perfect. Can I clear these by right clicking? I can indeed. Right, deliver 11 to Elstow. Deliver 11 wine to Elstow. No, I don't think so. And I'm not going to deliver 16 to Dorking either. It was a good bounce when we got it. Now what we could do, let me just check this. So we're now paying $125,000 off our loan. What we could do, we've got the money there. I go to my headquarters, if I can remember where I put it. Oh, there it is. It's the one with the big sign above it that's saying headquarters. Go to loans. We could just pay it all off. Gone. I now still have 7 million, but no more loan repayments. Oh, it's great to be debt free. Right, so now we're just producing raw money. Well, not raw money. Producing raw goods, which are being converted into money. Need this town to improve. Right, so if we're going to need this town to improve, we're fully supplying wine. Great, that's going to help the town grow. And the town is indeed growing. So town type is currently innovation sheep. How can you have an innovation sheep? A new manufacturing. How do you manufacture sheep? I don't know. But we're getting more sheep. So I'm not going to complain. So what I do want to do, if I could put my teeth back in, is increase the amount of livestock fields we've got. So I can get more sheep in, because what I want to do is increase the amount of mutton. So that's fully supplied. And I can sit down and work that out. And the amount of wool. So that's fully supplied. Right, so what do we need? We need 13 per 5 days. Now, I have every 35 days, it's not ideal, I'll produce 1 mutton and 1 wool. I have currently 3, so that means I'll be producing 3 wool and 3 mutton every month, give or take. So if I up that to 5 every month, what would I need to do that? So 3 livestock farms? Yeah? So that'd give me 15 every month. And what did I say? Oh no, actually we need 6. That's a lot of livestock farms. I keep on hearing this going ping, and I'm not sure why. Because I'm not... Production alert, what is this? Destination storage is full, the crop farm. Oh, okay. That would be why. So that means that we have... Yeah, we've got maximum storage of wheat. Do we add the warehouse as a destination and start selling it? Not sure. So yeah, to fully do this, let's go back to try and math this out. Right, 13 per 15 days, so 26 every 30 days. I can produce 5 per month, so you need 6 farms, give or take. Yeah, so six livestock farms. Right, let's start building up our livestock farms then. I need to wait for the livestock field 1 to finish, but in the meantime I'm going to build my livestock farms along here. 22 to Dorking. I'm going to accept that because I can add a destination, contract, wholesaler, because I'm just backing up at the moment. All good. Right, back to our farms. Livestock farm. I'll drop the... rotate. It even tells me. It's got a big letter on it saying R to rotate. Right, so we'll drop you there. I'll put our first one there. Can I put you there? Who put those hills there? Right, that does it. Terraforming. Raise or lower. Flatten. It's only money. Bye hills. Where was I? Oh yes, I was building some more. If I completely stuffed that up, I have as well. Jeesh. Demolish. Add field. Plop you down in the right place. Plop you down. Must be within owner's range. Huh. I really have not thought about this at all. Okay. Start again. This time with more feeding. Whew. Farms. Livestock farm. Turn you around. And pop you... just there. Build our first one here. And our second one can go here. And the final one can... oh, I messed it up again. Third time's a charm. Ta-da! Okay, and then I can shove another 2 in there and I'm good. Or am I? I'll find out very soon. What I do want to do is add a new destination for farms. Livestock farm number 2. Take the water. And you, new destination, farms, livestock farm number 2. And meanwhile, we'll send you destination for meat. We'll send that to the warehouse, and for wool, we'll send that to the warehouse as well. Right, so I successfully deleted the wheat. Delivered the wheat. Prosperity stagnating. Are we still delivering plenty of wine? Partially supplied. Oh, that's strange. Why is it partially supplied? Is it start of a new month or something? Fully supplied. Okay. Whew. A bit worrying there. Yeah, so my fear... I suppose I could just put the 2 in there. That should work. So once these additional fields are done, I'm going to drop 2 in there, 2 in there. That gives me 10. That should up my production. Meanwhile, my water storage. Are we getting plenty of water in here? We are. I'm getting a great deal of wheat though. Oh, they're saying that. I have 3 sheep under production. Or manufacturing if you read those alerts. Okay, so we now can add additional fields in. So let's do that. Add field. You can go there and there. Awesome. And you, this might work, it might go horribly wrong. Yep, must be in owner's range. So I'm going to just drop you here and here. That actually fits quite nicely. I might do that for the others. So now increased our production to 10, which is a good start. We still have our minus 25% upkeep. The town is prospering because it's growing. I don't know when it switches from rural to something else and thus gives me these, but if I'm reading this right, the planned production is for when the town grows, and if that's the case, we'll be using canned mutton, chicken soup, and chocolate cake. Canned mutton, a preservation factory. I'm producing mutton as it is. Let's have a look at our food industry. Carpentry, liquor, paper mill, textile. Food. Livestock. Here we are. So I have sheep and canned mutton, which requires a preservation factory. So if I start researching that now, when this eventually grows, I'll be able to switch my livestock production from just standard mutton to canned mutton, which maybe bring me more money in. That'd be cool. Okay, so we're still making money. We're making just under $1 million a month based on last month's. Well, actually, we didn't make much this month. It's only 648. Oh, but then I did start doing R&D. That's why. Anything else? No, that's it. So that's good. Could we do more? I don't think so. Liquor store is fully supplied. Price is dropping though, because we're fully supplying it. Is Dorking still growing? It is. We're now at 154,000. I don't know what the cutover is, I'll be honest. These guys, yep, you've got wheat. I think we are going to need to increase the amount of fields for our wheat production. No, I'm not delivering wheat to Dorking. I need it. You need it. Okay, so I've increased the amount of wheat fields so that we've got plenty for our sheep, which will then get converted into wool and mutton. What else do we need to do? We've got tons of water in that one. Lots of sheep coming in. We are sending it to there. Yeah, we are. All of our... No, not all of our sheep are being done. No, that's worrying. Again, it's just trying to get that balance out. I mean, part of me wonders if the warehouse is... Ooh, canned mutton is now done. Yeah, part of me wonders if the warehouse would actually balance these things out. I think I might look into that between now and the next stream. Because at the moment, I've got things overloaded and it just doesn't seem to be balancing that well. Right, preservation factory. Okay. Let's have a look at you. There's no point in making it at the moment because I've got nothing to sell it to, and until Dorking grows from its rural to bigger than rural, it's a bit pointless. The average price is 937,000 though, so that's a big jump, so it's well worth the investment. Ooh, another tax break. Less upkeep, also very good. Now we're still on max speed, and we're in year 6. Making a bit of a loss, but then I suppose nothing's actually been bought in yet. We seem to have a backlog in terms of water. So the orchards aren't actually getting enough water, which is strange. Because we're producing 15 units of water every turn. Every 10 days. This requires 2 units of water every 30 days. So that's 45 units every month, of which I need 4. So this should be... Oh, no, it's not. It's... Oh... Jeez, this really bad maths for me. So that's actually 4 per field, 2 per field. And I have 5 fields, so that's 10. So that's 10 every month, so that's 20. I'm still producing enough though. Maybe I need just faster cars. Yeah, so if that's 15, so that's 30, and I need 20. Yeah, there should be plenty. Not sure where the problem is there. We got any backlog in here? Nope, it's all being used. Alright, it would be good to get Dorking growing. Oh, it's stagnating again. Has it just changed the month? It has indeed. So we just need the liquor store to go from partially supplied to full supplied. Which it has now. Yep, fully supplied. And hopefully Dorking will now go into growing state again. That's it. Get drunk, make babies, grow your town. Right, water siphons, they're pumping away, no problems at all there. Shall I increase... well, let's have a look. Are we getting enough water in here? We've got plenty of water in there. Livestock's got plenty of livestock. You should never get any more wheat. You're like 20 rounds of that left. Okay, cool. So what's going on here? Deliver 12 wine to Dorking. No. Deliver 11 wine to Elstow. Also no. Stagnating again. Months must have changed. Liquor store. Partially supplied. 2 more. Fully supplied. Right, it turns out every month has 30 days, including February. That well-known month of having 30 days. Are we growing again? We are. And are we producing... how are we doing with the sheep situation? We are producing some. So we're partially supplying it. We're still making lots of money from it. I mean, already up at 14 million. So you consider that in probably a month or two, I will have made back the entire starter loan. I know this is on the newbie level, and I expect the normal difficulty levels to be much harder. Well, not even a month. I'm now, that's it, I've made back all that money, and I've already paid the loan off. So in terms of win, that's me. Alright, so I really want Dorking to grow. Because if Dorking grows, then I can do my mutton factory. And I can work out what the ratios for that are. Because it may be... oh, innovation water. You don't innovate water. I do have to wonder about some people. Still concerned that this is not getting enough wheat. I think what I'm going to do so Livestock Farm 2 is now dispatch priority 1 and Livestock Farm 1 is dispatch priority 2. So hopefully that should mean the wheat gets delivered to Livestock Farm 2 first and then 1. Not ideal, but it doesn't seem to be balancing that well. We want some more peep. Okay, a distillery is still producing the most luxurious of all wines? They are indeed. And we're keeping the people of Dorkin positively sozzled. It looks like we are. Right, so I want to increase my... How do I want to do this? Do I want to increase the wheat farms? I think we should. Yeah, let's pop a new wheat farm in. Crop farm, that's the one. Oh, wobbly screen again. And these are 2 4 squares, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop you in there. Our first field, no, spin round. Did I forget to? Oh, I did. Oh, I'm gonna have to delete that and start again. Yes, demolish. A waste of money. Right, crop farm, but this time spun round. Right, so gap. Must not be built on block tiles. Is there a piece of road there? There is. Let's get rid of it. Thank you. Right, third time's a charm. Spin you round. 4 squares along. 2, 3, 4. Keep that in line. Drop you down there. First one of those. One of them. One of them. One of them. And finally, one of them. Not doing that one. Decline. And now, we'll drop our new urban road in. Straight down. And I'm going to increase the water production for this. We're going to add some more harvesters in. And why is that? Well, we've got another... We'll connect these up with urban roads. We've got another wheat farm. Are we going to come to our first problem? I think we might. Yes, we are. I don't have enough destinations. So, let's go to R&D. And is it logistics or is it basic distribution? It's basic distribution. Let's do +3 destination slots. That's just to the warehouses. That's not what I wanted. How do I cancel? Cancel. Fields and harvesters. That's the one I want. Let's add both. Alright, let's do some additional destination slots. So I'm glad I've spotted that before I waited for that to all pour through. That would have been very disappointing. And then what we need to do is, once that's done, I need to add my new wheat farm as a destination. So that I can then start building more of my livestock farms. We're starting to get a surplus of water. Nope, still not. I wonder if I drop a warehouse in here and let it do automated. Will it slow things down or will it speed things up? I think there's only one way to find out. Science it. Okay. So warehouse now has all of these things coming in, which is not what I wanted to do. Right, choose destination. Tier 1. And that's going to Warehouse 1 in Dorkin. And now I want raw resources, farm produce. That's going to Warehouse 1. And last but not least, farm produce again, I think, wool. And that's going to Warehouse 1 as well. Right, so now everything is going to my Warehouse 2. A livestock farm is shipping to Warehouse 1 still. So I'm going to switch you to automatic. And that will drop it to Warehouse 2. I'm going to swap you to auto. You're already doing that. And you're auto as well. What about our water siphon? We're going to set that to auto? Yeah, we're going to set you to auto. You're already on auto. And you're on auto as well. So that is the last one. Right, so there's no warehouses in range. So what I'm going to try is send you to Logistics Warehouse 2. So theoretically, what should happen now is just start getting a stock of stuff, which will get sent out. And hopefully it will start to balance things a bit. That's all I can hope for. I'm not sure it's going to work. For instance, this crop farm 2 still hasn't got any water. Despite the fact I've boosted the water. That's annoying. Right, let's have a think about this one. What do we need to do? Interesting question. What do we need to do? Sorry, I was just checking some settings. Okay, cool. I'm back to the action. Right, so has our problem been solved by adding the warehouses in? I think I can conclusively say no. My farms have no water. It's not balancing out at all. In short, that was a waste of time. Let me fix that problem. Demolish. Whew. Right, everyone should be switching back to manual now. So you're good. We'll pop you back to manual. What's your problem? Logistics alert. No warehouse in range. Yep, I'm fixing that right now. Manual. Manual. Right, you're sending to warehouse 1 anyway. Back to manual for you. Back to manual for you. Back to manual for you. You didn't really actually have anything, so choose your destination. You are going to farm 2 and then farm 1 once you start getting some water. Now I do have 2 alerts which says that my destination slots have increased, which is perfect because I'm now going to add an additional destination in here, and that is farm, and it is our crop farm number 2. And do my livestock, they've got plenty of water, that's good. So after that horrible experiment, has anything happened? Dorking. It's currently stagnating. It's a shame. Still not reached the point where I can get my canned mutton. However, I do have a surplus of water for some reason. So that would be why on my... I wonder if I clicked the wrong button. Was this entirely my fault? That I didn't notice that the icons were wrong? Possible? Very possible. Oh well. Live and learn. It's only a game after all. Right, you need water. Why have you not got any water? Why haven't you got any water? You are still sending water, right? No. Because stupidly I... right. Farms, Orchard 2, and Farms, Orchard 1. Well, that was very costly. Fortunately, there should be a backlog of water, and there is. We're good. We're good. This will all be fixed very soon. Our grape production will kick into overdrive. Now, I needed to figure out how to make bottles. And the reason being is my liquor store is after 4 units of brandy. And for that, I need bottles. Now, for me, I think a bottle would be sand and probably something to... Glassworks and smelter. Okay, so let's have a look at our R&D. Liquor, brandy. So we don't need that, but we do need bottles. So heavy industry, glass and metallurgy, metallurgy. Bottles. So for that we need sand. Check. And we need to produce glass, and for glass we need glassworks and smelter, then to produce bottles, which then gives us lovely brandy. There isn't any coal in this area. See, the nearest area of coal is, I believe, I'm just gonna see if I can zoom in on this. There's not Eddington either. Craydon? Nope. Alright, so that's 3 down. What's next? Elstow. It must be Elstow. Elstow must have coal. Yes, Elstow has coal. So it'd have to produce... Does it have sand as well? It does. So... what I could do, if I can find the coal, there's the coal. Is that coal? No, it's iron. It's like coal, but not. Iron, that must be coal. So what I could do is I could produce bottles in Elstow. And then produce brandy, but then I'd need truck depots to ship the stuff around. Elstow has a wholesaler and a hardware store. No, I'm going to have to think about our long distance relationships. We'll probably do that in the next stream, actually. For now, let's just solidify our hold on this poor innocent town. We are still growing. That's perfect. Again, with the perfect. Sheesh. Become more creative. Maybe there's a YouTube course on that. Crop farmer's not getting any water. I wonder what I did wrong. No, we're producing water. Just not enough of it, apparently. Grumble. I'm gonna have to build another water siphon. Only thing for it. Don't want to go too close because I want to put our siphons down. Although they do have a big radius on these, so the blue bit towards the water. Oh no, where's the other one? Oh, apparently I can just pop it in this little tiny lake here. Construction alert. Is this because there's no road, perhaps? No, that couldn't be it. Again, very impatient, this game. And I want to go there. Perfect. Right. To-do list by Thesaurus. I'm going to just run that out to here and then straight down to here. And then I'll set my destination for you guys to be the crop farms, because we need crop farm 1 and crop farm 2, because we're going to need crops, because it's the only way we're going to be able to get sheep. Cannot reach destination, water siphon, Dorking. Could it be because I haven't connected the road just here? Fixed. Ho and indeed hum. Right, let's get plenty of water to these crop farms. Get plenty of wheat to the livestock farms, which gives me sheep, which hopefully causes another tax break. But what is the thresholds? When do you go from being rural to not rural? Is it urban, perhaps? Right, R&D. Fields and harvesters. Haven't really got any plantations in place at the moment. Haven't got any land harvesters. Or do I? Do I have land harvesters? No, that would be like trees, etc. And no offshore. So logistics. Ooh. Plus 25% urban road speed. I like the sound of that. I'm going to get that one. And I'm going to reduce the urban road cost. Build highways. Coming soon. Right, so I can clear that, and I can clear that. Hopefully these guys, yeah, they got plenty of water now. You got plenty of water? Well, not as much. Right. So it's a bit of a shame about the warehouses. Although, no, I'm going to deny that it was my fault for not clicking on the right buttons, but, you know, it's possible it was. Livestock farm. Plenty of water there. Are we making lots of sheep? We are indeed. And for some reason I've got tons of water. I have no idea why. I do want to add to my R&D, because if I'm using the warehouse, basic distribution, I want to add additional destination slots. Both levels. Do I want a truck depot? What do trucks do? Do trucks allow me to deliver stuff between the different towns? Yeah. Might be worth doing that. Again, if we're going to be going to create bottles so we can make brandy, we might do that in the next thrilling episode of Rise of Industry. Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. Okay. Livestock farms doing this. Are we still getting water here? We've got plenty of water there. Do we have plenty of water here? We do. So there should be no excuses for not getting plenty of that. And there's, you know, plenty of crops coming in. So that's plenty of sheep being produced. And Dorking still hasn't increased. Well, it's not 180,000 now. That's not too bad. It's not what I wanted though. Liquor store fully supplied, perfect. So Dorking should now be growing. does make me wonder though if I get more of the things to fully supplied, does it grow faster? Another thing to look up. There. See our busy little bees. Yeah, just autosave kicks in. Oh, I have to say, I am pleasantly impressed. Pleasantly surprised. Very impressed. You get the gist of what I'm trying to say. For an alpha game, it's got quite a lot of playability in it. Yeah, I will say I think maybe the research tree needs to be probably fleshed out a little bit more. It's not really a research tree, it's more just unlock buildings. I'd like to have the ability to add some passives in or something. Things to just make things, the game a little bit more interesting so you can make some more decisions. I'm going to have to look at the automatic warehousing a little bit more. Just in case it was me clicking the wrong buttons. And having a way of balancing out the load between warehouses would be, the farms and such like, so that you don't get one that's getting more stuff than the other. I don't know if that means changing the road network or something, but yeah, it would be quite beneficial. Deliver 17 units of wine to Dorking. Heck no. There's no way on earth I'm doing that. Sheesh. I don't know what to do with that water. I'm pretty sure that was entirely down to me. No, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. It can't have been. I'm going to have to play back the video on this one and see. Right, well, seeing as all we're doing at the moment is waiting, I think that is an opportune time to save the game. We'll call it Hoofy 1. And there we will end the stream there. Thank you very much for watching. It's always a pleasure. I hope you will join me again. And I'm Hoofy, and power to the herd. Have a good day all.